Hey guys, welcome back to OceanGemTarot. I am vegged out because it is late. But I wanted to have a little fun read with you guys. I might post this one tomorrow. So we're going to get into what is the situation, because why not? Alright, my beautiful collective. Let's get into it. Alright. I hope you guys are having an epic weekend. What is the situation for the collective? Let's have a few cards. What's the situation for the collective? Somebody needs a good cry. Somebody feels like an alien. Somebody might be having telepathic dreams or hearing songs. And then we have negotiator, begging and bargaining. Here, I'll show you guys this other one too. Why not? Somebody knows something that's going on behind the scenes, and they're not giving in to somebody no matter like how much they beg because they're toxic. I feel like they see the dreams as a warning, because then we have love, adore, admire, enchantment. Some of you guys might be enchanted with a new love interest. They might be sweeping you off your feet and smoozing you, but some of you guys might be having dreams and know that that situation is not a good one. It's kind of making you feel uneasy. And we have children. So this person might be, you know, really childish, I feel. Or maybe this person could be from your childhood. Access granted. Somebody's snooping on your social media. I feel that this is what you guys are coming to notice, because you're like, why is my account locking me out for no reason? This is weird. But this person, I feel like either it's this new love interest or an old one that's snooping around. They're snooping around because like they feel like you're not giving them any action, because they're obsessed with you. It's like they must have you. What did you guys do? You guys put that thing on them so good they can't get away from you. I just heard a song. Every little thing I do, you're on my mind, on my mind. Hey. Because we have this card, but it was in the reverse. Moving, physical change, and location. I feel that you guys feel that this wasn't on solid foundation. Maybe you guys feel like this isn't solid, even though this person like admires you and all that stuff. It's like you guys feel that they're just manipulated. Like they're manipulative. You know what I mean? You feel like there's not an even exchange of power is what I just heard. It's kind of like, you know, give and take, but you're always giving and they're always taking. You're like, what the hell? Or they might be giving to you, like trying to win you over by giving you a bunch of gifts. And you're like, okay, well, that's nice, but you can't buy me a freaking purse every time like you do something messed up, you know? You guys are wanting receipts. You're like, show me. Don't just keep buying me shit. Show me what you're working with. Show me you. Who are you? You know what I mean? Show me proof that this isn't going to go down the same road that it just went down. So you guys are no longer wanting to talk to them because you know that they're looking on your social media. But frankly, I just heard, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. So either you guys are watching that movie or you guys just don't care. It's like you can whine, you're like, cry me a river, you big fucking baby. I don't care. You guys are funny. We have pretending, fake, living beyond your means. Some of you guys, because this was in the reverse, you're no longer pretending about like what the situation really is. Some of you guys are no longer living, you know, spending on things or spending your time on things that don't matter anymore. You're no longer wanting to be on this roller coaster of love. You're like, okay, this is too much. It's stressful. You're disturbing my peace. 1 minute it's hot and heavy, and then the next minute, like, it's not. So I feel like you guys are sick of that just emotional roller coaster. It's kind of like, I don't know your worth, and now you see this for what it is. Because I feel like they feel threatened by you. So that's why they're kind of like watching everything that you do. You know what I mean? Because they're like, okay, well, is she talking about me? Is he talking about me? Well, what is he saying about me? Me. You know, they're sitting in solitude with all their toxicity, and they're just kind of like trying to like push that energy on you, expecting you to be sitting here like worried about them, and you're not. Because you guys are like, hey, proof is in the pudding. It wasn't there. I'm moving on. And then you guys must have put some kind of love spell on them, or you know that thing that they don't know what to do with themselves, you know? So they're just trying to get into your good graces and see what you're doing. So they're like, hey, if I can see what she's doing on her social media, then I'll know these different things that she likes. And maybe that'll give me another window into their life, right? And some females might be doing this. Hey, take it how it resonates. If you're a dude, switch it up, you know? This is pop-up, spontaneous, unexpected, surprise visit, but it was in the reverse. I just heard somebody say, you better not come by my house. You guys are putting up with a mess. You better not come by my house. They might know, hey, you come by, you're not going to like it. You're going to be talking to the door. Get a nice punch in the throat. Don't punch people in the throat. You don't want assault charges. But that is funny. Do we have any other situations? I think it's funny because, like, you know, you're like, this dude's a fool. Like, they're just a joker. They ain't talking about nothing. They're not about nothing. But they're sitting here obsessing over you, and they're getting the silent treatment, which is making it even worse because they're like, okay, well, she's not talking to me. I'm going to find out what she's doing. Or I'm going to find out what he's doing. I'm going to look up on his social media because they're just sitting here toxic. They're lonely and toxic, and they need to get a life. Then maybe they need to go like, hey, go do something for a charity or something. Maybe you guys are doing something for a charity, and they find out, they're like, oh, they volunteer for Habitat for Humanity. I'm going to go volunteer for Habitat for Humanity. That way I can get back in their good graces, but it's not going to work. Because, like, it's like you guys are taking mental notes. You know what I mean? It's like writing notes, journal. But I don't feel like maybe it's physically writing. Maybe that's how you guys are overcoming this obstacle of getting over them. Or maybe, like, I just feel like, you know, you're like, okay, noted. Because that's what I do. It's like everything you do, I may not say something, but it's noted. Right? So you guys are just taking notes. You're like, all right, noted. All right, noted. All right, next, done. You're dismissed. It's like that Queen of Swords energy, off with her head. That is so funny. You're like, somebody needs an intervention. You're like, honey, you better go save yourself because I'm not saving you. Maybe some of them are trying to get others involved to bring you back in, you know? This dude, like, he's trying to have others spy on you because he's embarrassed of his actions, and you're no longer on this freaking, you know, roller coaster ride. You're like, I've had enough adrenaline. Like, honey, you give me wrinkles. You're giving me gray hair. We got to go. I have to move on. This isn't going to work. You can feel threatened or embarrassed by your actions all you want, but nobody's worried about you over here. You might want to go check yourself in somewhere, honey, because you're a bit crazy. Somebody might be off the rocker. And that's what you guys like kind of noticed and found out, you know, and you were having dreams about it. Maybe this person is in here having dreams about you just because you're no longer bargaining about what you want. You know, you guys, they're like, oh man, you know, is he gonna come back? Is she gonna come back? And they're sitting here yearning for you because look, both these cards are like, oh man. Look. But you guys are just like no longer caring, you know? You're like, I got my receipts. They're like, they're on a chase and a hot pursuit, but it came out the reverse because you're not. You are not at all, not in the least bit worried about anything that they are doing. You're like, I am single and I am ready to mingle, and there is nothing that is going to stand in your way. Some of you guys might need to get a restraining order. I feel like you guys recognize the manipulation and those traits that they had, so you're no longer falling for the BS. And somebody honestly just might need to cry. I mean, if you're going through this and you're still trying to get over them, you're like, God, why won't they leave me alone? I just want you to go away. You know? Like, Sometimes you just need to cry, like release it, and then you'll feel better. You know, sit here and watch the popcorn. Some of you guys might need to go watch a movie. Take a pause, take a time out for yourself. That way you can just kind of collect your thoughts, especially if somebody's bugging you all the time that you're trying to get over. Because you are done. Like all the way done. Lessons learned, you're not repeating them. And definitely this divine masculine, not with a divine masculine, or you are a divine masculine and you are definitely not going back to that other part that's toxic. And on the bottom of a deck is happiness, because you guys are ready for your true happiness. You're no longer going to be incomplete in an unstable relationship, because you guys are protected. You're looking forward to the future. You know, you're looking forward to like completely healing in these few months or weeks or how long it's been, to moving on, living, starting dating possibly, and the next like couple weeks maybe you guys have a date lined up. Hey, maybe this is what that single ready to mingle and you are done with this, eating popcorn, living your life. They can, you know, just go somewhere because you're not bothered with them, while they're just sitting here in a mental prison. You guys are like, nah, there is no compromise in this situation. We are done. I'm going on a vacation. Toodles. Take that vacation, guys. Like, let me know where you're going. Shit, I might join. We all need a vacation. Geez, this was fun. I dig it. So what we're gonna do now, because apparently you guys have somebody that's kind of off their rocker on your hands. So we're going to get some, you know, relationship advice. What do we have for the collective? Where are they at? What do we have for the collective? All right. Time to pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So you guys, if you are starting to date again, I feel that, you know, pay attention to the red flags, because you've learned those lessons and that's what you're moving on from, and you don't want to repeat those cycles. Or possibly you're starting to date and you notice those cycles, so you're just like cutting people off left and right because you just don't give a shit, because you're like, no, we're not repeating those again. Lesson learned. So you know how like you start dating somebody new and you know, they get all like calling you all the time. You're like, back up. Hold on. We're just started talking. You're suffocating me. I don't have to talk to you every minute of the day. You know what I mean? And maybe that's like one of your red flags, because you notice, because that's going to turn into somebody being obsessive. So you just kind of stop talking to them. You kind of ghost them, or you're just kind of like, hey, I don't see you working out. Or they ask like, hey, can we go out again? And you're like, no, I'm good. Thanks though. I appreciate it. I had fun, really, but no. And then so they keep blowing you up, or like trying to figure out little ways to get you back, or, you know, they haven't talked to you in like, I don't know, a month or two. So then they up and they call you out of the blue and they're like, hey, you were on my mind. What are you doing? And you're like, not you. Express your love. Go ahead and make romantic gestures. I feel like this is with a new person, since you were done with the old one, and you guys have learned those, you know, those signs. Maybe that you need to be more affectionate and not have such a brick wall up if you are starting to date, because then you're going to sabotage anything new. And if that's the case, then you need to finish healing, because you're not ready to honestly start dating again anyways. You know, does that make sense? Sure it does. What else do we have? Then we have, this could be the one, but don't ruin it. Says you are already met a romantic partner you seek. Maybe this is somebody that you guys have met or are about to meet, or somebody you already know, like from a past childhood. You know what I mean? Past childhood, past life, or childhood, something like that. Somebody you're good friends with, but now you're starting to see them kind of in a different way. Like, oh man, she's looking kind of beautiful. Or, oh man, kind of looks a little sexy over there. Maybe that could be the one for you, and that's going to end up blossoming into something new. You never know. Somebody's having romantic feelings for somebody. Your feelings are real and worth exploring, so explore them. Just don't fall in love too quick. Fall in love too quick. It's not love, it's lust. And you know, why give up yourself to something that's not going to work? So, you know, stay level-headed. Don't think lust is love, because it's not. Give it time and really get to know somebody. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Because that's the only way it's going to work, is if you really get to know somebody. So, that is what I have for you guys. Because, you know, you got to get to know them past the part where you find out their little annoying habits and see if you like those little annoying habits or not. Because sometimes, you know, after you get comfortable with somebody, after like, you know, 3-6 months or so, you know, they start doing shit that they didn't do before. And then sometimes that might get on your damn nerves, like to the point of you're like, I cannot. Are you serious? I have to be able to take you out in public or like, you know, formal functions, and I can't when you do that. Oh man, that's so funny. All right, guys, this is a blast. Thank you for letting me read for you guys. If you're wanting a personal, all my information is in that little description area. So, you know, it has my email and Venmo and Cashapp and all that jazz. If you need me to put a PayPal in there, I'll do that too. But I'm going to be honest, I've been lazy and I haven't put my PayPal in there yet. So, let me know if that's what you need. And I'd be glad to do it for you. As always, guys, it was a blessing. I appreciate you guys, and this was a lot of fun. So until next time, you guys, smash that like button, please. Helps the algorithm. Let's grow a little community. Subscribe. Turn on that little notification bell. Make it say ding. That way you guys know when I'll be on next. And I'll see you next time. So stay fabulous, stay awesome, stay epic, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.